In this video, we're going to talk about being buried alive, and Gunslinger Spawn and Ryder are trapped in this monster of rubble. Alrighty then, this is a comic book review of The Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, issue number 10, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. So previously in The Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger and his companion Ryder become trapped under a mountain of rubble. So we begin this issue in deep beneath Danzig, the town that they're in. Gunslinger and Captain Ryder descend into a cavern swallowed by darkness. The narration whispers of children vanishing without a trace, haunted echoes of the lost guiding them deeper. You can feel the tension coil tight in the air as they rappel down into the unknown. The rope creaks, the rock face crumbles, Gunslinger grips tight, holding Ryder with one hand and the rope with the other. "I can't hold much longer," Ryder cries out. But Gunslinger refuses to let go. Below them, a faint light ripples across the glowing underground pool. Salvation or a trap, it doesn't matter. They're running out of rope and time. Minutes earlier, on the surface, the earth trembles as the collapse swallows them whole. The team above scrambles, figuring stuff out, grabbing ropes, lanterns, anything that can help. While underground, Gunslinger's muscles burn, his coat whipping through the cold air as he urges Ryder upward. Just when it looks like he's got him, Ryder slips, plunging toward that eerie glowing water below. Ryder crashes into the underground lake, gasping as he surfaces. Gunslinger dives in after him, the lantern light flickering across the jagged cave walls. From above, a rope drops. Help has arrived, but the sheriff face says it all. This place, these tunnels, they've seen too much death. "You know a way out?" Gunslinger asks. "The rope won't hold up," the sheriff says. In the glow of their lantern, and bro's gotta know his way out. I would think he does because he knows his way in. The sheriff tells a story. Years ago, his boy, Justin, vanished down these same mines. Long ago, before the disappearances began, his wife swore it was the work of a miner named Moses Nash. They searched for days, found nothing but dead ends and whispers. And Nash, he was never seen. He was never the same again. The sheriff's voice breaks as he remembers. His wife couldn't let go. Obsessed, sleepless, haunted by hope. One night, she grabbed her rifle and dragged Nash into the mines, demanding answers, as you should, any mother would. He pleaded innocence, but she wouldn't hear it. The sheriff reads her last note by candlelight, the kind you leave when you know you might not come back. Neither of them ever returned. The sheriff's guilt rides heavy. He searched for 2 months straight, scouring every tunnel, hearing echoes in the dark that sounded like his family calling. Justin, Susan, but the only voices that answered weren't human. The deeper he went, the more the earth seemed to breathe, hungry for souls. A sudden memory jolts him. Something struck from the shadows that night. That lantern went out, pitch black. Now he's crawling through the dark with bleeding hands. The sheriff's voice lowers. "After 2 days, I found my way out, but those tunnels weren't empty." His eyes go wide. I heard whispers, voices that didn't belong. The group sits in silence as the sheriff finishes his story. "I swore never to go back there again." Gunslinger tilts his hat. "Well, we're already here and we gotta do something about it. It's time for some smoke." Then, skittering. Dozens of glowing eyes open in the dark, and the smoke has found him, and they gotta deal with it. So Gunslinger grips tight on his pistols. "We got company," he growls. From the shadows, monstrous spiders crawl, each the size of a man. Gunfire erupts. "Keep shooting," Gunslinger yells, unloading both revolvers as acid blood splatters the wall. The air fills the gunpowder and screams. It's chaos in close quarters. Spinning steel, ruptured flesh, and that echoing roar of fury. Every shot's deafening, but stopping it isn't an option. Not down here. Click. Empty chamber. No time to reload. "To the water," Gunslinger orders. Spiders climb, ropes no good. He draws his glowing green power, hellfire sparking in his eyes. He tosses Tobias a blade. "Use it only when necessary." Tobias nods, terrified. Okay, the kid doesn't know it yet, but that knife carries more than steel. It carries fate, with the side of smoke ready to be delivered. First platter, there you go. So Gunslinger charges into the swarm, dual wielding death and fury. That same knife, gifted from a mysterious stranger, seems to hum in his hand, alive with power. Every slash leaves trails of molten blood. "I got this," he shouts. The blade glides him like it knows what it wants. And what it wants, it's carnage. He fights like a demon reborn. The knife carves through monsters as if the steel itself remembers every name etched in wood, and the steel itself is telling these demons, "You know you my bead, right? Now get on there and take this blade. Eat it. Feel the disrespect." Gunslinger's coat shreds, his skin tears, but he doesn't stop. The blade steers his every move. Purpose over pain, precision over panic, until the last creature drops, twitching in silence. The cave falls quiet, bodies pile high around him, steaming in their own corruption. Gunslinger stands alone, chest heaving, green eyes burning like dying coals. His victory short-lived, because in this place, silence never lasts. He turns towards the lake. The only way out is down, and so he dives. Underwater, the darkness swallows everything. Gunslinger swims through the twisting tunnels, his coat flowing like a shadow in the current. The water glows faintly, leading him deeper. Then he sees it. A small, radiant sheriff star cross shining from the abyss, like a sign from the heavens or a shine from the law. Maybe it's guidance, maybe it's a warning, maybe that's where Gunslinger Spawn needs to go. So meanwhile above, the young pair from earlier, Tobias and Zyanya, argue about what's below. Hold on, wasn't Tobias down to below? Oh, okay, this is some trippy ass stuff right here. I don't know, I'm kind of tripping out right now. I thought this brother was just down below, now he's up here, but I could be all wrong. But either way, Tobias and Zyanya argue about what's below. She's determined to help. He's terrified. The sheriff said stay put, he yells, but she's already walking toward the silver mine. Then I'm coming too, he says, chasing after her. The bravado fades fast when fear takes over. They trek into town searching for help, crossing through the dusty streets of Danzig. Tobias talks too much, trying to mask his fear while the girl stays sharp, focused. Wolves appear near the mine, strange, pale, unafraid of the daylight. Something's wrong with them, he mutters. Maybe they're sick. She narrows her eyes. Put your gun away. The wolves don't attack. Instead, they lead her toward the mine, calm as the shadows. She kneels, hand outstretched, whispers to them like kin. Tobias shakes his head. You got away with animals, but I don't trust no wolves. She hushes him, eyes locked in the darkness ahead. Down below, the fight still rages. Gunslinger barely clinging on to life. So in this panel right here, Gunslinger bursts from the underground lake, soaking and gasping. You're alive, Ryder says. And maybe I was tripping early with Tobias because it wasn't Tobias and it has to be the sheriff. So there's no difference. So forgive me on that one, all right? But back to the story. That thing Dad, says the sheriff. Gunslinger nods slightly. Comes with a necessity and experience, but their relief is short. The cave groans, something moving in the walls. Gunslinger raises a hand. Quiet. A low rumble builds, the ground shakes, and from the tunnel ahead, something massive stirs. Gunslinger narrows his eyes, can't make out what it is, then it hits the light. A monstrous worm, flesh torn and teeth like blades. Don't think, Gunslinger growls, just kill it. The men open fire, every muzzle flash lighting the nightmare's face. The worm thrashes, a horror from the pit of hell itself. Ancient, relentless, bullets barely slow it down. It crushes rock like bone, dragging the men along the walls like rag dolls. Pain blurs the edges of Gunslinger's vision, but his rage burns hotter. He's not done yet, he's gonna go down swinging. But as he steadies himself, the beast slams him into the cavern wall, bones cracking, blood spilling through his teeth. His breath comes shallow. For the first time in a long while, he wonders, is this where it ends? The noise fades, the fury fades, and then silence. Next issue, Born to Die. And that is the end of the Daily Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn, issue number 10. Buried alive, Gunslinger Spawn and Ryder are trapped. What did you guys think of this comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also link in description if you wish to purchase this book and or any of our other limited print Rated Comics exclusives to add to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. I'm just going to take the personal time to say, hey, right now our hottest selling issue right now because of Predator Into the Badlands is coming up is our exclusive Predator issue number 1 trade and virgin cover art by Sabine Rich. The trade limited to 3,000 and the virgin limited to 1,500 in print. Check those out, add them to your personal collection if you're a fan. But with all that being said, thank you again for watching. Until the next upload.